Hello everyone, this is Kamaleshwar Ji. Going to take you across the solution that I created for aiding the gold appraiser. The solution is in two parts. One is Excel model and another is app which is integrated with the Excel model. First of all, I will take you across the problem statement that is faced by my client. The first is the difficulty for him in maintaining and keeping track of the physical receipts of the gold loans that he approves. So it will be resolved by creating a digital transaction table to prevent the record with macro enabled entry sheet. Hence, the unstructured data will be converted into structured data using Excel. Next hindrance is that being faced by the client is that calculation of his commission based remuneration for the week, which will be credited to the client's bank account monthly, which is 4 or 5 weeks after. So the problem can be solved by applying various Excel functions such as VLOOKUP, data validation, index function, if function, and unique function, everything at the same time to come come up with an efficient solution. So he can easily cross check his monthly commission. The Excel sheet which I addressed was this. This is the transaction table. These are the transactions carried out by the client, which contains customer name, contact number, gold loan number, gross weight, stone weight, net weight. By subtracting gross weight from stone weight, we will get the net weight. You can see the formula too, and the gram rate for the day, and the interest rate is based on the VLOOKUP formula based on this table, and the loan amount is calculated by multiplying the net weight and the gram rate. Based on the loan amount, the commission will be generated using a function. Based on this transaction table, weekly track has been prepared by me using data validation function and VLOOKUP function, as you can see it. And next is the average track, which is based on the weekly basis. Average gram rate, average net weight, and average commissions can be calculated by using data validation functions and VLOOKUP functions with the help of this prime table. This prime table can be generated by using pivot table with interlinking with the transaction table. And next is the pictorials based on the average, which can be very useful for the client to check it in visual basis. And the last is the receipt generation, which contains the all contents of the transaction table. Once after we enter the details out here, it will be automatically added to the transaction table. And this is the app which I addressed, been linked with the Excel model to render an efficient output for the problem of the client. And the app's name is Gold Appraisal, which is prepared using OpenAS website. For example, in home page, if you click any of the buttons like transaction, weekly track, average pictorial, it will be directly jumping into that specified page. For example, I'm clicking transactions. It will take you to the transaction tables under the transactions that are happened in the past. If you want to add any transactions, means you can click this plus symbol and you can enter all the relevant details and save it by clicking this button. After this, when you click the weekly track, whatever the information that I showed in the Excel model has been filtered well and published in the app. For example, I am changing any week for getting the information related to that week, like net weight, loan amount, means it will automatically give the required information that the client wants. So definitely it will be very useful. And next is the average. Once after you click any of the week's information, it will give the relevant information by using the functions in the app. And this is the pictorial, which will be very useful for the client to visualize the trend of his average gram rate that he is receiving and the average of his commission that he is getting for the work that he is doing in the bank. Last but not the least, it's the receipt. This is the receipt which will be added into the transaction sheet by once after you give the relevant information for a transaction is, for example, it's a date and customer name is Ram, contact number is something else like 5 digit or 10 digit, and the goal number is like this. Gram rate, if you input gram rate is equal to 80 grams means and stone weight among us 8 means automatically it will calculate the net weight. And the gram rate for the day is 4,900 means the loan amount will also be automatically calculated. Based on the loan amount, interest rate will be ascertained and the commission will be ascertained based on the loan amount. So if you want any data to be downloaded in the PDF format means you can get into the PDF tab and download any of the transactions or pictorials that is specified in the app. For example, if I want to download receipt means, see, it will show the receipt preview. Therefore, the receipt will be downloaded in your downloads file of your personal computer. Therefore, this is an effective solution for the client to eradicate this problem and will be useful in day-to-day basis in his profession. Thank you.